What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL grant stimulus update. 15 winners. It is Friday, TGIF, February the 26th, 2021. Please do me each favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below, and if you'd like to get yet another stock pick. I don't know, Jason, that last one or two is going to come down on me. I got another stock pick for you. I ask that you please subscribe to this channel right now and make sure you hit the bell. All right, we're going to talk about the stock market in the second half of today's video, but I want to dedicate the open to what happened last night, because if you missed it, I watched the replay this morning with yet another cup of coffee. It's raining in here in Atlanta. It was gorgeous yesterday, sunny and 70 degrees. Today, raining, probably high 50s, low 60s for the next 10 days, nothing but rain. So if I'm dragging, that's why. Up too late having too many of these. Shock top. Anybody ever had shock top? Way too many of those last night. And pizza, so I'm dragging today. But I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, as I have been for the better part of 12 months. But we had a lot of fun last night. We gave away 50% more money than I said I would. I first started off at $2,000 about a week and a half ago. Then I doubled it to $4,000. But last night, before I went live, I said, you know what? Let's jack it up to $6,000 and get 15 people $400 by way of the Cash App. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to watch it when you get a chance, but here's a warning for you. We set a record for F-bombs last night. Somebody told me it was 39. It was a lot. So I took out some frustration. This has not been an easy year for anybody, including me. And while it's an honor and a privilege for me to give away a huge chunk of money, doing the same thing as you could probably imagine for the last 12 months, screaming at the federal government, sending countless emails and phone calls, trying to do whatever I can to get everybody in low, middle, and high income the $10,000 they were promised as per congressional intent in the CARES Act has not been easy. But as you know by now, the good news is anyone who's in low income communities is getting an email. Some of you have already applied. Our last poll indicates somewhere near a third of you now have gotten an email, many of which are in middle income communities from the SBA, and that's fantastic. So if you have any progress to report in the comments, meaning you got approved, I know I've seen the screenshots where it says EIDL advance in progress. Have you gotten approved? Have you gotten denied? Has anybody out there gotten the $10,000 of the balance thereof? And don't forget, they still have 6 more weeks of emails. 2 more weeks at least, or thereabouts from what I can hear, for those that got $1,000 per employee. And then if you didn't get anything because you applied between July the 15th and December the 27th when the law was passed, much of March is going to be dedicated to you. And if you're legit and you can show that 30% economic loss, you're going to get the full $10,000 at some point, hopefully before the damn summer gets here, because my goodness, are they dragging their ass or what? But I don't want to get too negative or off track, but I want to take a minute right here to say, pinned in the top comment are the 15 winners. Almost a third got paid already because I could verify their identity. How can I do that? Your email, your phone, not your phone number, your driver's license and or passport that shows me that you're legit. But I once again ran into the limit. It's not enough that it's a $7,500 limit that I can pay out on Cash App, but it's $17,500 per month. So I would have thought it's 30 grand. No, it's 17,500. So I've actually given away $17,500. I can't believe I'm saying that, in the last 30 days. So when March gets here in the next couple of days, everybody else, once you send me your Cash App username and I verify your identity, we'll get the $400 just as soon as I can send it out. But allow me to please, some of the super chats that donated money last night. It was a riot. It was just a riot. We had about 1,000 people, about half as many as we had last time, but it was as much fun for me. I don't know about you, but if you were there, let everybody know what you thought of last night. But here's a few I want to shout out. There were 29 of you. I thank you very much for the support. Melissa Lafredo, she gave $50. I appreciate that. She said, blessings, Anya, my fellow Aries brother. My real middle name is Aries. I'm born April 13th, so I'll be 51 in about a month or so. So I can't believe I'm saying that either. But she says, blessed Aries female, sole proprietor, mother, and veteran. Well, I appreciate your service to this country very much, Melissa. Following since the beginning from Rochester, New York. I played in 1988, Melissa, in the Carrier Dome, Syracuse, New York, the Indian River Warriors. I was the quarterback, number 16. For Indian River, we beat Port Byron 42-0 in 1988, ladies and gentlemen. And as I was cruising out of the tunnel from the locker room at halftime, I think the score was 28-0. Whitesnake. I got Guns N' Roses today, another favorite band of mine. But Whitesnake's Here I Go Again was on the loudspeaker. Here I go again. It feels like 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. What is that? Almost 23, and is it 30 years? 30 years. Let's see, I'm 50. It's over 30 years ago. Holy shit. So that means the next 30 years are going to go by fast. But Melissa, I appreciate your support very much. A couple more here. Tanya Gordon gave $10. She says, I'm self-employed, own a catering business. I'm raising my 4-year-old grandson and just trying to get over COVID-19. Wow. Lost 5 family members within days of each other. Bless you for helping others. Wow. Let's all take a moment to send some love to Tanya Gordon, who apparently lost 5 family members to COVID-19. Bless you, my love, for giving us your presence and some of your money. There's another gut punch. There was one last night in the video right away. I can't help it. I'm a big crier. Tough guy, but I can fucking cry like you wouldn't believe. William Alexander gave $100. Wow, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. He says, today is Purim, Purim. One mitzvot, mitzvot, is giving to people in need. So use this to help me pay it forward for all your help. Another mitzvot, hope I'm pronouncing that right, is to essentially drink until we confuse our friends and our enemies. Well, I did that last night. I did some on camera, but it went on until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Not that I'm proud of that. He said, so cheers, love it, Jason. Well, William Alexander, I appreciate that and the $100. It went right back out and will continue to go out to the community. Let's go just one more. Sarah Crowell gave $5. I really appreciate that, Sarah. She said, you're an amazing man, and I love watching your channel. I could only hope and pray that I could be one of the lucky winners. I did not win last time. Well, Sarah, I don't think you won this time. But when you pay it forward like that and contribute your love and a few bucks, the universe is going to bless you as well. If not on this channel, at some point real soon, I can promise you that. So once again, thank you so much to everyone who showed up. Thank you to the 29 who contributed money in the super chat. I very much appreciate it. Again, the winners are pinned in the top, and as soon as I verify you, and they remove the limits on the Cash App, which again are $17.5 a month, I will send you the money in full. All right. If you are not interested in the stock market, you can leave now. But if you have money in the market, Jason, what the hell is going on? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me first of all say I spent 30 years trading the markets, 14 years managing money for accredited investors. I have over 300 people that I DM all my picks to on a regular basis. I'm thinking about setting up a text service to make it easier, where I will text you my buys and sells to your cell phone. So stay tuned for more information on that. But I got my ass kicked along with some of you in the last week and a half, and here's what I think's going on. We've had it way too good for way too long since the March 2020 lows, right? The Dow got down to 18,200, and ever since then has been on an absolute onslaught through 30,000. I think got close to 32,000 on the Dow and said, whoops, that's enough for now. And they pulled the rug out. And it's not so much, and stay around for the stock pick, which I'll explain as to why I'm giving it to you in a second. It's not massive amounts of volume. The volume, even today, or the last few days, is very light. There are stocks that we invest in, like NXTD and DOGS, D-O-G-Z, and MOTS, and no, it's not the applesauce, M-O-T-S, that have come down 10, 20, 30% in the last week on no negative news and virtually no volume. In fact, I'm giving you 2 picks today, and I'm going to explain why on both. NXTD. And Nancy, X-Ray, Tom, David. We made 78% on that on this channel when we bought it at 170 a couple of weeks ago and sold it at 303. In at 170, out at 303. I want you to put a limit order to buy alongside me at $1.55. It's right now trading after hours at 162. So whether it fills tonight or on Monday or Tuesday, NXTD, we're buying it again cheaper than we did last time at 155. It's a security play. It's also tied to Bitcoin in a crypto security situation that they have, but it's a small aspect of their revenue. But it's a tremendous company, and I love the chart because these stocks have come down 40, 50, 60% in the last week on almost no volume and no negative news on NXTD or the new one that I'm about to give you right now. Alan Edward Zebra Sam. AE Zebra Sam. 115 to buy, 1.15 to buy. This stock was 360 a couple of weeks ago. So it's down what? 65, 70% on no news. It normally trades about 18 million shares a day, which is very liquid for a so-called penny stock. It barely got through 10. The even bigger example of there's no volume here in terms of selling pressure, NXTD normally trades 33 million shares a day. It traded 9 million. That's not even, that's like a third of normal volume. So these stocks have come way down on what's called a buyer's strike. People are uncertain. They want to know that this is the end of the bull market, and it's not. So they pull back. But I am surprised, very surprised, and I'm doing my best to take advantage of it, that they've come down so far. So if you didn't get our stock picks before, you can get them at better prices than I have. I have been averaging down in MOTS. MOTZ, we started buying it at 205. That was the limit price. Don't pay over that. I bought it all the way down to $1.50. I think it closed at 140 something. So yeah, it's way down. If you have not bought MOTS, MOTS, and it's not applesauce, they do a lot with, they're in the med device business. AEZS is human growth hormone therapies. Tremendous companies. AEZS, say that fast 10 times on a Friday after too many beers. Just did a $30 million secondary at $1.45. So institutions bought a shitload of stock at $1.45. We can get it at $1.15. Alan Edward Zebra Sam, MOTS at $1.40 something, $1.40 something cents right now if you don't have a full 10% position. As I've said before, this is not for beginners. I'm going to do a beginner how to invest and then how to get to trade very, very soon. But if you've got an E-Trade, a Schwab, etc. account, never put more than 10% into one idea like this. So if you've got 10 grand, 1,000 can go into AEZS, 1,000 can go into MOTS, 1,000 can go into NXTD at $1.55. And then dogs, it's been a dog, right? We started buying DOGZ at $2.40. It closed a shade under 2. So yeah, that's off 20, 25%. But again, on no volume, on no negative news. They've just come down huge. That to me is not bear market action. That is just a pause or a pullback. What are we going to do now? Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to retest the NASDAQ lows. If the QQQs get to 300 or the Dow Jones gets to 30,000, closed at 30,932, load the boat. That what was resistance now becomes support. 30,000 was resistance for a long time. Kept bumping up, bumping up, bumping up. Blast through it. Got to 32,000 or close. What was resistance at 30 grand will now become support. Same thing with the Qs. They were bumping on 300, ran to 338. It's now pulling back to retest that 300 breakout. What was resistance will now become support. So there's your stock picks. I think based on the weekly and monthly charts, we've got another week to 10 days of this grinding sideways to lower. And if you get to 30,000 on the Dow or 300 on the Qs, buy your favorite stocks, but never put more, especially when you're trading, than 10% into one idea. So until next time, under 15 minutes, I hope you stuck around for that because I'm a huge fan of the markets and I've made a boatload of money, even though one or two picks of mine are down in the last 2 weeks. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that I love each and every single one of you. By the way, the email address for the winners of 15, I put it in the description. I will never put it in the comments. I love you, and thanks for watching.